It's that time of year again. Time to sign up for the Disc Jockey News 12 Days of Christmas giveaway. This year we have 12 days packed full of amazing prizes you can win. On the first day, you can win 5 specialty video downloads worth $125 from promo only. On day 2, someone is going to win a full show pass for Mobile Beat Las Vegas 2017. Up for grabs on day 3 is 3 months of digital downloads from Top Hits USA. On day 4, you can win a Swarm 5 FX from Chabé DJ. Multiple winners on night 5 means you can win either a Weather System EXA from Blizzard Lighting or one of 4 copies of Dex 3 software from PC DJ. On night 6, we're giving away a Stinger Star from ADJ. You can make your own Christmas star if you win the prize on night 7, an Uno Laser Legacy GBC from ProX. On the 8th day, you can win 1 year of digital downloads from Prime Cuts. Up for grabs on the 9th day is an iPad Mini brought to you by DJ Event Planner. On the 10th day, you have a chance to win a Newmark NV2 DJ controller. Win on the 11th day and you can be playing your holiday music from a set of EKX 12-piece speakers from EV. And finally, on the 12th day, JBL is offering up a shiny new pair of PRX 815W speakers. Bonus prize, all the winners from each night will also receive their own pair of gig gloves. You even have a chance to snag up some official Disc Jockey News gear just by joining our chat room on each night's live show. To sign up, stop by discjockeynews.com/12 days of Christmas. No purchase is necessary and all prizes will be delivered by Christmas. Best of luck, everyone.
We are back for our bonus session tonight. And when you're talking bonus session, you always want to talk about someone who can bring it and deliver it. And that's Neal Howard. Neal, good evening. How you doing?
John, I like the way that you bring me in there.
For those of you who do not know Neal, Neal is gosh, we've known each other for a long time from different chat boards and different areas and such. And I have to say, of all of the DJ events I have been to, one of the highlights in my career was sitting in a room where they were doing kind of a roast, and Neal got up and he did this little monologue, and it was one of the funniest things. I knew everyone involved as he's delivering this monologue, and I think he took heat for it, but it was really, really good. So
I think it was just you and me that were laughing at that.
Probably, but I thought it was really good. Oh, but God, that was a long time ago, man.
Oh, it was many moons, man.
Oh, we were so much younger. So tonight, gang, we're going to talk about activities and some time fillers and different things you can do at your events and such. So we're going to dive right into that. We're going to be doing a couple of subscriptions, probably give away a shirt a little bit later, so we can do some things with the chat room. If you're watching us on Facebook, there's a link. No, there's not. Go to youtube.com/discjockeynews. That'll take you to the live show on YouTube, and then you can follow the chat. And it's from that chat that we're going to be doing the drawing. We're randomly picking someone from the chat room, and they'll win a subscription or one of the Disc Jockey News shirts, or if somebody who's already won that stuff, we upgrade them to the jacket. It's just giving stuff away, man. We are on, so yes, obviously you're not hearing me if I'm telling you it's on and you're not hearing that and you're asking a question. Somebody tell me to refresh, and it will be good. Okay, Neal, let's dive into it tonight. So, sure. Weddings are a time where you and I meet, we plan, we get everything set, and we have this itinerary set, and we think, okay, everything's going well. And then all of a sudden, something happens, and you get the message that we need 10 more minutes before you can. We've had that, especially during the dinner time. So let's kind of start there. Let's give the crowd some ideas of some things we can do when we need to maybe help stretch some time out or to make it so we're entertaining and people, instead of people sitting there and, oh, well, what's going to happen next?
Exactly. Hey, one of my favorite things to do is to be a little bit interactive with people. And I'm going to give some credit here. I remember many moons ago, back when we used to all be posting on Disc Jockey America, Brian Graham from Tennessee, he came up with this neat little idea. And I've used this, and I've made some modifications to it. But this was basically his idea. The way that he went about doing this was to, you've got 20 tables or so at a wedding, and you don't have to have a huge prize every time. Just some sort of instant gratification. You can even just walk up to a table and go, okay, on the count of 3, everybody point to the most fun person at this table. 1, 2, 3, and they'll all point. And you're like, great, you're the most fun person at this table. Hang on to that. You've got bragging rights now. But one of the things that Brian mentioned was bring some money with you, or have the bride and groom give you some money. And literally a single dollar bill, you can do that. So if you got $20 in your pocket, you can walk around to these tables, to each of these tables, and do something along those lines. Hey, who's the most fun person at this table on the count of three? And everybody points to somebody, you hand that person a dollar, tell them to hold on to that till later on. Suddenly, people are talking. They've moved around. And when people move and they start interacting with each other, that's starting to change the whole tone of the event. And there was some instant gratification because now they've just gotten something for free. Even though it was only $1, it's, yay, I just won a prize.
Yeah.
And I tell them to hang on to that because we're going to use it later on. You can use this same $1 for 2 other things, or I've done this several times. The next thing that I would do, not immediately right after that, but again, as you mentioned, if you're trying to fill some time, is the pass the napkin game. But instead of doing pass the napkin, I'll do pass the dollar. If you can work this out with your clients in advance, obviously, that's going to work out a lot better.
Yeah.
I had one wedding which was great. It was a Christmas wedding, and the groom loved Christmas. 365 days a year, he's into Christmas. So they put a Christmas DVD on at each table. And so that was going to be the prize that we gave away. And we did this thing where I walked around and gave a dollar bill to one person at each table. And I said, great, now we're going to play a fun little game. It's called Pass the Dollar Bill. And I tell them that when they hear the music start, to start passing that dollar bill around clockwise. And the music starts, and they start passing it around. Stop the music. Hold it up high. And they start cheering, woo, and they think they've won, and they hold up their dollar bill. I said, great, hold it up high. Okay, if you've got this dollar bill in your hand right now, you're out. And suddenly there's this huge sigh across the entire room. And then the music starts immediately. I'm like, pass it again. And now they're passing it again. And now they're thinking, oh, wait. I don't want to end up with the dollar bill, because if I end up with the dollar bill, I'm out. And they don't even know what they're going to win.
Yep.
Having fun. They're moving right now, and they're talking with each other, and they're laughing. So this time I have them pass around, and then music stops. Hold it up high. And they're trying to get rid of it. They want to not be the one that holds it in their hand. I said, hold it up high. Okay, if you've got the dollar bill in your hand right now, the person that gave it to you is out. Whoa, there's a huge uproar of laughter. And I'll do 1 or maybe 2 more of those types of things. And then I'll say, congratulations, whoever's got it in your hand. You're the winner, and you win whatever we're giving away. Now, that could be something that's the centerpiece. You could win the dollar that we were passing around, or you could win bragging rights, or you could be the table captain for the night. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. All sorts of fun stuff with that.
Exactly. But the other cool thing about this that Brian had kind of led me into that was number 2. And then if you're doing a honeymoon dance or a wedding dance or a money dance that you call it later on, now one person at every table's already got a dollar bill in their hand, and you know that. And so you call that person up. You go, hey, those of you who had the dollar bill from earlier, stand up. You're going to get this thing started for us. And then you can segue into another event, not one right after another, obviously, but you've got some continuity throughout the whole thing. And I've just found that makes a ton of difference for the weddings. People are no longer just spectators. Like you said, they're not just sitting there twiddling their thumbs. Oh, what's next? They're talking, they're moving. That creates emotion, excitement. So I love doing that kind of stuff at events.
Oh, for sure. And it's something that anybody to a point can participate, whether they're 15 or 90.
Exactly.
I mean, there's nothing as much fun as seeing an 80-year-old grandma who's getting all wound up and because Lord knows they do.
Exactly. That reminds me of a joke, but I won't tell that because it's a little.
It's a little racy, but
yeah, let's not go there.
But
okay.
Beyond, funny. So now, of course, that's kind of a dinner time, and one of the things that you have been putting together recently is you've got kind of a little program that's got a lot of great information for DJs. Let's talk about that for a couple minutes, and we'll give something away, and then get to another idea.
Sure, man. Sure. What I put together was, as you maybe you mentioned it, actually, it was Jeremy that I was talking to earlier. Long time ago, I put together the Ultimate DJ Playlist, which was a list of songs that you could use, and it was categorized by different parts of events. Recently, I've put together the Ultimate DJ Games list, and it really just came from things that I have done over the years. Either games like that I have adapted. I've not had an original thought since about 1985. So I have found I've found games from other DJs watching TV shows, and I just kept a list of everything. And I was going through, I was getting ready for some holiday events that were coming up, and I was looking at this. Like, you know what? I think a lot of guys could use this. There was a lot of people who really enjoyed the Ultimate DJ playlist. So I said, let me give this a shot and see if guys are interested in this. So I put it all together. It's got over 100 different games in there. Some of them require props, some of them don't. And I also have some wedding specific things, some Christmas specific things for your upcoming holiday parties. Holiday parties are one of my absolute favorite things to do, especially when it comes to giving away prizes and things like that. So that's what it is. It's the Ultimate DJ Games list, and it's got a lot of games that you can use, complete with instructions, with a list of props if you need props, and just everything you need to take it to the next level, so to speak.
Sure. What I'm going to do, gang, is I'm going to put a link in the description of the video and also in the chat room here. No, I can't put it in the chat room. So you're going to have to go refresh and go to the description where you can go and actually sign up. And when they go and they sign up, you're going to be sending them what, Neal?
The first thing I've got is 6 tips for, gosh, John, you put me on the spot and I can't remember how I named it. It was a really long name. 6 tips for improving your performance. And this is just some things that I did that all of us can do. It's kind of more of a refresher. You may or may not do it. It's just some easy things that you can do at your very next event to be a little bit more professional, to make it a little bit more engaging for your clients. And it's something everybody can do. And so that's going to be for free. Everybody can have that. And if they like that, it'll take them on to some more stuff about the Ultimate DJ Games list. I've got a little video where I talk about how I put that together, what's in it, and they can see if that's something that they're interested in as well.
Cool. So again, that's down in the description of the video. You may have to hit refresh and such, and you can get there. Somebody asked about the Blizzard Light, the sign up for the Blizzard Light. The Blizzard Light was given away, when was that, 2 nights ago? Oh, I don't remember. So it's gone. The order in which we went through that video, if you guys have seen the video at the beginning, that's what we're up to. So tonight we did the Pro X, and I'm drawing a blank of what's tomorrow. Tomorrow I think some music maybe, and then we get into we've got the mini iPad, and then we have speakers coming up this week. There's so many things coming up, and I apologize, I don't remember them all. So you just go to discjockeynews.com/12 days of Christmas, number 12 days of Christmas, and you can sign up. And if you've already signed up, you're still in the drawing. But if you haven't, that's what you need to go to. So, okay, Neal, let's get back to another idea. Where are we going to go next?
Let's see. Let me think.
You're talking corporate, so let's do something corporate-wise.
Yeah, corporate stuff. I absolutely love corporate events. One of the things, let me give you an idea. And this is one of the things that I've got listed in here. I don't know if you can see this.
Yep.
This is a little card, and it will fit in your pocket. When you are doing corporate events, what I have found that works really well for me is to print up my notes on cards, just like this. I know you can't see them.
Oh, yeah, we can. Yeah.
And so I keep my logo on one side, and that's what they see. And if you watch any TV show, any game show, or anything like that, you're going to see everybody has these. Tom Bergeron, Steve Harvey, Drew Carey, everybody uses these, and people are used to it. It makes your job a whole lot easier as well. As far as a game with regards to corporate events, there's just, I love finding a way to give things away for people. One of the things that I've done, I've got one company that I've done for, over 10 years now. Every single year they call us back, and it gets hard because we've done this year after year, and so we can't be doing the same thing. So this past year, I took some of these cards, and what I did was I created, I just put alphabet, one letter, and a number on each card, and I put some out at every table. And I would ask a question, and I would say, what year did the company start? Well, the year was 1965. So somebody with a 1, with a 9, with a 6, and with a 5 have to come together. And they're spread out all throughout this room. There's 400 people in there. They've got to find somebody that's got those right numbers to come together. What I found is that by doing things that makes them come together, it's a lot more than what they used to do, which was just, here's a raffle ticket. Who's got, ticket number 504301? You know how that goes. And it's boring, and some of the people leave and they don't pay attention to their tickets, and you draw out 10 tickets at a time without ever finding a winner. This way, people get excited and they're running up to the front of the stage, to the area where I'm at, because they know that they're going to win some prizes. This particular client has so many prizes. I have a hard time giving everything away. It's great. Again, this one started about 10 years ago, and they called me because that's what they had been doing. They had been doing the raffle ticket giveaway, and they just weren't very pleased with it. They weren't very pleased with their DJ, and we called or they called me and said, well, this year we're gonna up our budget to $500 for this. And I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and talk. Let's meet and find out a little bit more. I knew I would charge a lot more than that, but I just wanted to meet with them anyway. As we did, I started talking to them about these kind of things, about games, and how to make it something more than just an extended work week with refreshments, where everybody groups back up in the same groups. And, I could see their eyes getting bigger. Like, oh, wow, this sounds great. And I said, well, yeah, my fee's $1,500. It's for a 2-hour show on a Sunday. And they're like, okay, where do we, can you get us an invoice, so we can get your check? I'm like, yay, great.
Yeah, for sure.
It was just by doing that, by helping them plan. And that's one of the tips that I've got in there in that, in the 6 tips report that we're going to give away to everybody, is to be involved with this. When somebody calls and says, hey, I've got an event and we need a DJ, that's great. Tell me a little bit more about it. And especially if it's a corporate event, people want to win prizes. People love instant gratification. So if you can find a way, if you can talk them into having some prizes, it wasn't a problem for this company. They already had some. My only problem now is trying to give them all away, because they give away such great prizes to their people. But if you can do that, if you can be involved with them right up front, you're gonna gain their trust, and they're gonna be looking at you as a serious resource, not just the music, the guy that shows up and presses play on the CD player.
Mm-hmm.
Computer, sorry.
You're aging yourself there.
Yeah, way to go.
One of my favorite corporate, and you and I've seen a lot with Scott Favor and others who've talked about a lot of cool activities and such, but one that has probably been the most popular, and I say that because they've asked for it time and time again, is a simple one. You mentioned raffles and such, is to do a couples dance where you get the, gentlemen, it's time to bring your lady out onto the dance floor, which I now have changed that because of, but this is how it was. And I stopped doing corporate events about 2 years ago. I don't do them much anymore, but this activity was, so now it would be, it's time to bring your significant other out on the dance floor. We're going to do a slow dance, and we have a really nice prize. We've got this little basket, which is kind of a romantic afternoon for two. And the businesses, you tell them what you want, and they put these together. And in the basket was generally a bottle of champagne and a couple of champagne glasses and some chocolates, and they just put together a nice little care package. Nice. Well, the couples come out because standard couple, the ladies are like, come on, we could win something, let's go. And as they come out, I'm out on the dance floor and welcoming them onto the floor, and I'm handing them a playing card. And they rip the card in half and put half of it into the hat with my assistant is carrying behind me, and we work our way around, and we do 2 slow songs, because it generally takes about 2/3 of the way through the first slow song for most of the guys to get it in their head that they need to be out there, and then they get it in. So then we have our slow dance, and when we're done with that, then we draw and we give away this basket. And after that activity has been over, I've given away more business cards to mothers who have a daughter that's getting married, and this was, oh my gosh, we want to do this. So simple. The cost on my side was 2 decks of cards, which, you buy the inexpensive ones, you're probably talking $1 a pack. Or back in the Tropicana days when we used to go and spin the wheel and get the free ones.
Right.
Yeah, we've done that. So there's just so many simple things. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. And that's you talked about some activities you can do without props and such. Right. And let's dig into it. Let's look at one of those. If you got another one that we could share, because I think those are the things that there's some that are really cool, and you can do team walkers. I've done them all, but the ones where you can just basically say, I got 5 minutes. Let's do this.
Yep. Yeah. One of the things, well, it's sort of a prop, a card for a prop. I love doing some team games. Hey, by the way, I want to back up on something you said there. Here's a little tip for everybody, kind of like what you said. When I'm inviting people to the dance floor, I say, bring your favorite guy or girl to the dance floor. And that way it doesn't matter who you are.
Yep. And that's something we, yeah,
So,
it's a living and learning. As those of us who've been in the industry for 20 plus years, we're living and learning, and we
exactly. So one game that I enjoy doing is sort of a rapid fire family feud type thing. So I'll have two people volunteer. By the way, here's a good tip for you. If you want to have any team type games, have a way to bribe people. And all you've got to do is get two people, or however many people you need for a team. Or how many teams you want to have. So if I want to have two teams, sort of like Family Feud, so I've got people standing on either side of me, and I'm going to be asking questions back and forth, but I need to get 5 people on this side and 5 people on this side. Well, it's kind of hard sometimes to get 10 people to come up if you don't have enough things to give away for bribes. So I get 2 people to come up. And when those 2 people come up, their first task is to go build a team. So I let them go build the team. They run out and they're grabbing people. It's like, hey, here's a great prize for the team that's going to win. But then these rapid fire Family Feud questions, I love these. You can ask, just about anything when it's holiday season, name things that you'd find in the North Pole. And then they're going back and forth. And the first person that doesn't answer within a timely manner, that person's out. And when one team is eliminated, the other team ends up winning whatever the prize is. And it's just an easy way to do it. And that's why I'm a big fan of cards, and I keep a whole bunch of these in my computer bag with me when I'm doing corporate events especially, but also weddings or anything, because I'll use something similar when I'm doing like the shoe game or the newlywed game for weddings. So same thing, have cards handy. And that way, I can walk out and not stand right behind my console. I can walk out and stand beside the couple. If we're doing the newlywed game, they're sitting back to back, and I can talk to them a little bit, and the guy's invariably going to do something kind of silly. And so, I can point that out, touch him on the shoulder, and everybody gets a big laugh out of it. But yeah, anything that you can do, trivia questions, Family Feud style games. I love those kind of things because they're super easy to do. They don't require a lot of props. Things with cards, like you were mentioning, John, if you give away one card from a deck, kind of like the one that I mentioned earlier where I had letters and numbers, you can do the same thing with playing cards. Hey, I need a full house. The first 5 people that make a full house that come up here, you 5 are going to win something.
Yeah, for sure. And one of my thoughts always with that is the idea to get cards that were made with my logo and things on the back of it, like to the back of the card is. I've always thought that'd be so cool. It's one of those things. Well, as far as playing cards for the drawing,
right.
And it's like
no, I get that.
It's one of those things you've always thought, oh, I should do that someday. Yeah.
Exactly.
It never happens. Yeah, sometimes. Neal, you mentioned something, and this is something probably was one of the differences from my early DJ years to where I am, 5 years ago and even today, is getting out from behind the booth. For doing the interaction. How important is that to get out there?
Gosh, John, for me, it's ultimately important. Now, I work with a partner now, and I've been doing that for many, many years, which makes that much easier. And a lot of times, guys, I can do better than having any partner. Man, if you've got the right partner, that is invaluable. And if you're charging a lot more money, it's not a problem. You can't be charging, $500 and have a partner show up there as well. So you got to get your rates up there to be able to support that. But I always want to get out in front of the console. Even before I was working with a partner, I tried to do that a lot. But I find when I'm doing that, it's so much more personable and looking at the audience, paying attention to them, not having your back turned or not having your nose down in your computer or something like that. When you're in the moment, as they say, that just makes all the difference in the world, in my opinion.
Certainly. Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about that finding an assistant and such, or a partner that's working with you. What are some of the responsibilities? Say if you're doing a corporate event or a wedding, either one, pick one. And what are they doing and such, their job description for the night?
Sure. For me, it's everything. Donnie C's watching like, damn right, I do everything. He's just out there talking. No, it's we share the responsibilities. First of all, it makes it a whole lot easier to set up and break down. That's a lot of fun. But my primary job is the MC for the night. We both take turns playing music, and it's really cool to also have another person back there in the back going, "Hey, what if we play this?" No, don't play that. Let me play this, and we go back and forth, and so we have a little fun with that. But how much fun it is, and how much more professional it seems like when I'm standing out in the middle of the dance floor, so to speak, so that I've got my spot for the evening, and people look when I go stand out at that spot. Thank you, Mark Farrell, marking spots. I really appreciate that
Yes.
tip. That was great. So I'll go out to my spot, and after I've done that a couple of times, people say, "Oh, Neal's standing out there." We turn around and pay attention to what he's doing. But I can be out there doing like that pass the napkin game, and and then I can be animated. Hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. Stop the music, start the music. So I can talk to him, and we've done this so long, he knows what's coming next. We also do with weddings a lot of times. You've seen this, especially on the large weddings where you've got 300 people, and somebody comes and goes, "The buffet is open," and 300 people stand up in mass, and they stand in a big long line, and they're bitching and complaining the whole time. So I like to have fun with that as well. If you can control that, control the line, control the flow, people can stay at their table, they can have fun, and they can interact. Nobody's going to miss out on any food. So I love that, the sing for your supper game, where I say, "Hey, here's what we're going to do." Like for a wedding, for instance, today is all about love. So what I want you to do is when your table is ready, when your table is hungry and you want to go to the buffet, get my attention. And I want everybody to stand up and sing a song, sing one line from a song with the word love in it. And so it's real simple. And somebody always does the Barney song, "I Love You." Somebody always does Muskrat Love. Somebody thinks they're really, really smart and they're going to do That's Amore, because now it's in a different language. But the really cool part about that is we've done this so often. Don's got an entire folder of those songs that we know what they're going to sing, and it's halfway through them starting to sing one line. He's playing the song, and they're like, "What? That's so cool!" But it gives people a way to, again, interact with each other, and it keeps them from just standing around in a big long line. And at one of our corporate events recently, we did this. We were at the Atlanta Zoo, and the catering staff came up to us as soon as that was over and said, "We've got to have your card. Nobody's ever controlled the line like this. Thank you so much. That makes our job so much easier. We really appreciate it." So it's good for you. It's good for your guests. It's good for the wait staff. Just some ways to help everybody.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Good stuff there. Just checking the chat room. I think we're good. They're just talking about a couple of other things amongst themselves. Let's talk about, with your weddings, the clinking of the glasses for people to kiss. Is that something that you guys experience a little bit? And have you come up with some ideas on how to control that a little bit?
Yeah, we have. I don't get that very often. I don't know if it's a regional thing. But what I typically do now is when people clink their glasses, "Hey, great. By the way, let's talk about what just happened. There was a clinking of the glass, and now Ben and Sarah are supposed to kiss. But before they do, who was it that clinked your glass? Come on, stand up for just a second. I'd like for you to demonstrate how you would like for them to kiss. So bring your significant other up here." And so now people are like, "Oh, wait a minute. So if I clink the glass, I've got to get up and demonstrate a kiss first." And I don't know who that was. I'm thinking it might have been Matt Grauman. Again, this is going back to DJA days.
Yeah.
But I picked that tip up from somebody, and it's just a lot of fun. And I'm trying to think of the last time I did this, but having a bowl of names of other couples in there. That's another thing that you can do. When somebody clinks the glass, you can pull a name out of the bowl and go, "Okay, first, before John and Beth kiss, we're going to have this couple stand up and give a good demonstration of a kiss." And so that gets everybody kind of, "Oh, let's not clink the glass," or they just have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, for sure. And that's actually the first time I saw that. Before I was using it, I was helping Bill Herman at a wedding, and he was doing the fishbowl approach to that. And for those of you who don't know Bill Herman is a very, very good MC.
Yes, and I may have gotten that from him. I steal from everybody. So Bill Herman, let me throw out some thanks here. Bill Herman, thank you so much. Randy Bartlett, thank you very much. Scott Faber, Todd Mitchum, Randy Bartlett, Peter, Mary, you guys, John, and all the guys over at Disc Jockey America from way back in the day. I've learned so much.
Oh yeah.
Everything that I put together whenever I create a new product, all those people are part of that in one way or another. Those people have shared so many ideas, and we've talked and meeting at Mobile Beat and things like that. It's just amazing.
Yeah, there's just so many great resources, and we've had a few on the show already this week, and we'll have a few more, and then in January even more. So you guys get to meet a lot of the folks that we talk about on a regular basis. There's some talented people that we've hung out with over the years.
There are some talented people. Yeah, it's. I had the pleasure of chatting with Bill Herman recently. We were talking about stuff as my dog's coming to join me.
Yeah.
We were and it was so funny. I haven't talked to him in I don't know how long, but we got on the phone. It's like, wow, I haven't talked to you in forever. How are you? And we're immediately into talking about the kids and all that stuff. So it's great.
Yeah. It is as I've mentioned, Mobile Beat and these conventions have really become more of a family reunion for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take time to go and see people. Yeah, just a different world. We got a few more minutes, and then we got to wrap things up.
Hey, John, did you want to? If you want to, we can give away a full package of the Ultimate DJ Games List plus all the bonuses and everything to somebody.
Yeah,
if you want.
We can,
and you can pick the winner and just let me know who it is.
Well, let's pick a number. Pick a number between 1 and 25.
1 and 25. Let's go with 22.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Fly Robin. Robin is our winner of that. She is one of our regulars here.
Nice.
So,
congratulations, Robin.
Yay, Robin. Tell Robin what she has won again. In your radio announcer voice. Robin, you have won.
Congratulations, Robin. You have won the Ultimate DJ Games List, along with the super free bonus of how to use games at weddings. What else does that come with? Oh, it comes with a complete card file. That's an upgrade that I've done in the Ultimate DJ Games List for those who want it. Is every single one of those 100+ games. I've got them formatted so that you can print them out on these cards. So she'll get all of that as well. So it's basically she's getting my brain. Gosh, that should be worth a little bit more, but maybe not.
Anyway. Or maybe if it's like my brain, there's times where I should be paying her to take it.
Maybe you're right, John.
Yeah, that's.
Anyway, I hope she can use that.
No, she's a wonderful person and has been with us, and we appreciate Robin tremendously. I can get you her information offline because I've got her as a friend on my Facebook page. So congratulations, Robin. That's a great little tool you're going to be able to use for your shows. Neal, if people want to get in touch and ask questions or bounce ideas past you or find out more about some of the resources that have really influenced you over the years, what's the best way?
Yeah, Facebook. I'm sadly on there way too much. So you can find me on Facebook, Neal, Neal Howard. I'm a friend of John. So if you look in John's friends list, you can find me in there. You can email me, Neal, Neal, at atlantasbestdj.com. And I picked that name before I met Mark Farrell and heard him talk about the downside of people using best in their.
Yep.
It was so funny. We're in this room. This is the first time I'd ever associated or been around other DJs in town. I heard, hey, there's this guy coming to town. Come see. Okay, cool. I'll go see him. And he says, guys that use the word best in there. And I'm like, everybody looks at me. I'm like, what? What? I just picked it. It was available. Come on, give me a break.
Yeah, I know. When the very first time of hearing, and now we're going to tangent a little bit, but you go to the conventions as first year or two, and we thought we knew what we were doing, and you're all you get there, and then you've got some people who are way more knowledgeable, experienced, what have you, and they're saying things like that you're not the best DJ in your market because there can't be 20 of you who are the best DJ in your market. It's like, oh yeah, or you can't have, and not that this would, but they're like 100,000 songs in your library means nothing. You're not. You're playing 40 to 60 songs, and why are you talking about that?
Yeah. I've seen that T-shirt being advertised, world's okayest DJ.
Yeah,
So
I saw that and I thought, I'm going to get one of those. And it's kind of like the printing my name on the back of a deck of cards. It was that intention that never was fulfilled.
yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Neal, thanks for being on tonight. Gang, if you have any questions, again, you can go out to Facebook. You can go to my page, find Neal, or check Neal, search Neal Howard. You'll find him. And Neal's a great resource for practical information that you can use at your show. So,
Impractical information.
Or impractical information. I can vouch for that too. I've known Neal for a while. Once again, though, once the show's over, if you click the refresh in the description below is a link, you can go out and check out and get that little report that has these 6 ideas. And then if you want to check out the others, it's all there for you. So thank you, guys. We'll be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we have got Drawing a Blank. Thursday night's shows. Oh, we're doing websites tomorrow night. Jason Cathcart. Yeah, that's about it. We're actually going to live on TV. We're going to work on a WordPress website. So you're going to get to see behind the scenes if you haven't done anything with WordPress, and if you have, he's going to give you some ideas on how to help and make that navigate just a little bit better. So we're going to do that in the first show, and then the second show is I've got Arnaldo coming in. We're going to talk about difficult venues, and if there's anyone who runs into difficult venues with Arnaldo and his crew down in Florida, yeah, they've experienced it. So we're going to talk about some good and bad, and Arnaldo is not afraid to share his opinion. So I might have to pull out my little air horn and my little air horn beep and things are being said. And then Friday night, these shows we start at 9:00 Eastern each night. Friday night, we've got the YouTube guru that knows more about having a successful YouTube channel, Tim Schmoyer, who is a full-time YouTuber, family, nice family. He's been doing this. He came out of youth ministry. He and I actually were youth pastors in this area at the same time. We kind of didn't know each other then, but we saw each other. And anyway, he's now a full-time YouTuber with his family. And we're going to talk about tips for making your YouTube channel more effective. So if you can't be with us live, you want to definitely check that out. And then after that, at 10:00 Eastern, Lori will be on with me, and we're going to talk about what it was like when she met this guy who really had a passion for music and what ended up happening and how her life was as a female DJ and such. So, and really being involved with the DJ industry, which is a kind of man's world, which, yeah, it'll be an interesting chat on Friday. So hope to see you guys the next couple of nights. Yeah, good stuff. Neal, thank you for being on tonight, my friend, and we will catch you later.
Take care. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good night, everyone.
Bye.